All right, so you hopefully made your first script already. You are maybe asking yourself, what else can I do with this? Or how can I achieve X, Y, Z? And for that, I want to show you a couple of websites in this lesson to yeah, show you where to find scripts that other people have made. So the first website here is on GitHub. This is a pretty widely used repository of payloads for the USB rubber ducky. Luckily, all of this is in Ducky script, so it will work with pretty much any bad USB I've shown in this course. Now you can use a library like this to basically copy scripts other people have made if you just want to use them as they are, but you can also use this as inspiration. You can see what is possible, what have people done, and most importantly, how did they achieve this? For example, one of the first things I see here is lock your computer message, and that got me curious. And if we scroll down to the script, then it prints a not so happy looking Bart Simpson, and it says, "I will learn to lock my computer 10 times," just like he does in the intro of the Simpsons series. It's explained here in the top. It's just to make people aware that they just left their notebook or computer unlocked and that this is not a good idea. So really just a fun thing, not something significant, but I'm sure this is useful and I will keep this in mind because this is a great showcase of what you can do with this tool without doing any harm, but still teach people and give them this feeling, this message that, hey, I could have done something seriously bad here. You are lucky that I didn't. And so you have a lot of stuff here, but you also have some more serious attacks here, like a Mimikatz payload. Mimikatz is used to steal password hashes from Windows, and you can crack these hashes, and that's how you get the Windows password of a computer. But yeah, there's a lot here. I don't want to go through everything, but yeah, you can have a look. There's a lot in here that should help you get inspiration. So this is a great repository. There's a lot for Windows 10 and Windows 7 here, but a few scripts are also available for macOS and even one for Android. So this was the first website. Of course, there are more places where you can get scripts. And another great website is ducktoolkit.com. Now, this website is made from the community, I believe, for the USB rubber ducky in particular. So it's mostly used to encode payloads. So, for the USB rubber ducky, you need to write your ducky script and then compile this into a binary that you put onto the USB rubber ducky itself. But this website doesn't just do the encoding and decoding stuff. It also has a payload generator, which is super interesting. So you choose what kind of platform you're using, for example, Windows, and then you can basically select what kind of stuff you want to do. Do you want to do a network scan, port scan, and so on? You can run various exploits, for example, disabling the firewall. And then you can also select how the attack will be reported. So whether or not the attack was successful. You can report that back using email or just saving a file to USB or sending something over FTP, whatever you choose. And then you just select something here. And now you can create the payload. It gives you a warning that, of course, you are not allowed to use this for like unlawful use. Makes sense. And now you have the binary file that you can put onto your USB rubber ducky, but you can also look at the text file. I'm going to click edit in encoder. And so now I have this editor that even has highlighting, which is really cool. But yeah, this is another option to make your own scripts. You can use these tools that generate them for you. But the cool thing is, this website doesn't just have this generator. It also has a library of user scripts up here in the top. And you can search here if you want to look for something specific or just go through the list. There are 22 pages, 216 entries in total. Definitely another good place to look and get inspiration. And then we have the Hack 5 docs. Now, this is where you find the documentation of the USB rubber ducky. They came up with the language. So in their documentation, of course, they have it very well explained. You can find the ducky script quick reference here as well. But what I'm interested in showing you here is the sample payloads page, because here you can see a few example scripts, for example, how to download and run an executable. Now this will download a, I guess, calculator app from darren.kitchen and then run it. So this is a super simple script. You can see it's only 5 lines of code. And I would guess you can't really do much wrong running this script on a Windows computer. But it's still super powerful because you download a file from somewhere and then run it. It depends on what is inside that exe file that makes this attack so dangerous. Now, of course, this can be a calculator or something funny that makes no damage, but it could be like a Trojan or virus or something like that, and basically take control of the entire computer or make it unusable. We also have a reverse shell here if you want to try out how to run scripts from a USB drive, all sorts of stuff. And even the Windows 10 update is on here. Nice. There are also a few guides down here, for example, how to do the 15-second password Mr. Robot hack, and a few other guides. So these will be explained in a bit more detail and yeah, how to do things step by step. So again, a great source. I highly recommend you check this out. I don't want to like copy everything they've done. I think they did a great job, and so I will just link you to their website. And now to another great resource, which is YouTube. And I just noticed that it's, again, Hack5. They used to make these great podcasts, show style kind of videos with Darren and Shannon. And a lot of the times they would showcase a different USB rubber ducky script or attack. And if they would do that in the show, then they would usually do this in detail and give some context, and it's really nice. So there are a lot of these videos on the Hack5 channel, like this one that explains the 15-second Mr. Robot hack. There are a lot more videos like this on the channel. Maybe there's a playlist somewhere. They have a lot of playlists. Okay, so they have a playlist for the Bash Bunny. So I guess they should have one for the USB Rubber Ducky. Yeah, here's one. Perfect. So I will just link you that playlist in the description down below. There are a lot of videos in here. Some of them are really, really great. Highly recommend checking them out. So yeah, those are my recommended resources that you check out if you want to get some inspiration or just copy scripts that others made to save you some time. Definitely a good idea to watch some of those videos. This will give you a deeper understanding on how everything works. And of course, if you find other websites, other resources that you would like to share, please do so in the comments down below. So yeah, you can share that with the community and help others. I'm sure I will update the list of links down below as well if I find something new that is worth adding to this list of resources. So yeah, I hope this helps you a bit with getting started with scripting.